Okay, for 19, I would say, looking at it, it's a trig substitution problem where x equals, and these are all the pattern that you've been given, x equals tangent of theta, and dx would equal secant squared, theta d theta. And then you're going to pop that in there. Things should get better, by the way. Let's see, 1. And what's dx equal to? It's secant squared, theta, d theta. Let me point out what we've taken care of so far. I'm sorry, the 1 I put down, this over here. I got to put the bottom down now. And what's that going to be? Well, it's going to be, let's see, tangent squared plus 1 to the 3 halves. All right? Now things, they look pretty bad, but the bottom line, it's not that bad. And I'll go through that with you. And looking at it, let's see what I get there. All right, let's write it down. So it's going to be equal secant squared theta d theta. Now the tangent squared theta plus 1 is actually just secant squared. And secant squared to the 3 halves power is going to be secant cubed. I'm sure I said that right. Tangent squared plus 1 is secant squared. And then to the raise of 3 halves, just the cube. That worked out pretty well. What do you get over here? Well, if you simplify this, you would get 1 over secant, which is just simply the cosine. Do I know that guy's antiderivative? I do. It's going to be sine of theta. You know what? I forgot to put my star over here. Plus some constant of integration. I got to get rid of that theta now and go back to the x's. And I'm looking at this over here and realize that theta is just going to be the arctangent of x. Plus some constant integration. I put a box and call it an answer. So the other thing is, could you simplify that? Yeah, you can. And let's just go through that, kind of briefly. And I'm going to call this thing the angle. That's an angle, by the way. And I'm going to do a right triangle here. And what do I know about that? I know the ratio sides. That's x and 1. And this side over here would be x squared plus 1. And the sine of that, I'll write that down over here for you, is going to be x over the square root, x squared plus 1 plus some constant of integration. That's also a good looking answer. Let's just see if they're both being listed. Is this one being listed? I do see it over here. Is this one being listed? I do see it over here. All right, thank you.